to the Hillsborough County Internal Audit Committee meeting. I will call this meeting to order. Arabelle, you want to take roll?
Call to order at 10:32 a.m. I will call the roll. Rick Russell,
Here.
Patty Simmons,
Present.
Daphne Ullman,
Present.
Rolanda McDuffie,
Present.
Sabrina Shirley Aiken.
Present.
Chair, you have a quorum.
Okay. There is no public comment here today, so we can move on to the review and approval of the minutes. Does anyone have any comments on the minutes? Raise hand. If no comments, does someone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes
Okay.
as stated.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
I will call
I'm
the
sorry.
roll.
That's right. Sorry.
Rick Russell,
Aye.
Patty Simmons,
Aye.
Daphne Ullman,
Aye.
Rolanda McDuffie,
Aye.
Sabrina Shirley Aiken,
Aiken.
Sabrina Shirley Aiken,
Sorry, I was on mute. Aye.
okay. Approved, 5-0.
Okay. Now pass it over to Peggy for her presentation.
Right. I will share the presentation.
Probably gonna need to get a little closer to that microphone if you want to do the motion.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone, to this quarterly meeting. For the record, my name is Peggy Caskey, County Internal Auditor, and I'm going to be here today doing a presentation of the quarter ending December 31st, 2020. Next slide, please.
I'm trying to make it all screen, but I'm not.
We need that presentation.
Yes, I need to share it, and I can't find the
Just have a problem sharing.
full slide, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look on
It is there. All you have to do is go to the next page. It's there.
Yeah, that's what I needed, yeah, there.
All righty, we'll start again. All right, thank you, everybody, for coming to the meeting. Again, my name is Peggy Caskey, County Internal Auditor, and I'm going to be presenting the auditor's report for the quarter ending December 31st, 2020. Next slide, please. Next, please.
If you'd like, we can share it from HTV.
Yes, that would be great.
Yes, because
See that?
it's
Thank you,
freezing on me.
James.
Sorry.
James, I'm on slide 3.
Perfect.
One more, please. There we go. All right, for the quarter ending December 31st, in 2020, there was a significant increase in the risk to the auditable environment. This was for the most part due to unprecedented public health concerns. COVID-19 impact nearly all of the county's operations from the departments. And this was from the front line all the way to those departments that were supporting those on the front line. And we provided a lot of necessary operations behind the scenes. So when we look at the 5 categories of high risks, we had the COVID-19 response, of course, the organizational changes, technology and cyber resilience, outsourced processes, and changes to the laws, rules, regulations, and county ordinances. These are the same concerns or risks that we had as of October. Next slide, please. So under the COVID-19 response, the county implemented new programs designed to assist citizens affected by job loss and business closures. And we are still providing those same services as we were in October. And there were some changes, but basically the risk remains the same. The county implemented public health initiatives. At this point in time, the county is starting on its vaccine initiative now, as well as still the public health initiatives. And the county has changed some of the workflows to align its products and services with the normal environment. The organizational changes, the county experienced employee turnover in several key positions over this past year. We had no significant changes of turnover in the last quarter. Technology, cyber resilience, again, the county is is always going to have an area in risk in this area. There were no material concerns from the last quarter. Outsourced processes, the county is outsourcing some of its processes. A lot of those are related to the pandemic, and those have changed since the last quarter. And then we also have recent changes to laws, rules, regulations, and county ordinances. Again, this is very normal to have those kind of changes. Next slide, please. For the trending information, again, you're going to see some of these are the same as I had just mentioned, the COVID response. The only thing that's really changed is in November of 2020, the county kicked off its Share the Love, Not Germs campaign. This was COVID related. It was in a lot of the news media, social media, and the county was trying to just, again, try to protect our public. Environmental, the county continues to minimize its negative impacts to the environment. And in a future slide, you'll see where the county has won an award in this area. The business transformation, the only thing that really changed in here was in January 2021, the county is going to begin its strategic planning. In the financial management, it's anticipated the county will experience constricted budgets in 22 and 23. And a lot of that, again, is COVID-related and, a loss of sales income. Major events, the county is preparing for its impact of the Super Bowl 55, and that's scheduled for January 7th, 2021. And I think you can imagine the risks involved in that since we are in a pandemic. The technology, there's still a high demand for technology solutions, cybersecurity, resilience. Under transportation, funding for the county's transportation needs continue to be a high priority. And organizational changes, the only changes we had was that we had 2 new commissioners. When Commissioner Miller and Merman have been replaced with Commissioners Meyer and Cohen, but we did not have any significant changes to any employee positions. Next slide, please. Here's the award that I was mentioning earlier in the environmental. The county became the first county government in Florida and only the 3rd county government in the entire United States to win an international award, which was the Platinum Leadership in Energy Environmental Design, often referred to as LEED. For cities and counties, the certificate is from the U.S. Green Buildings Council. And basically, the designation recognizes years of hard work and initiatives to safeguard the environment and enhance the quality of life for our citizens of Hillsborough County. And the categories are energy, water, conservation, waste management, community heritage, preservation, cultural and recreational opportunities, and social services, partners, equitability, innovative projects, and more. This was a very big award, and we're very proud as a county to receive that. We also received the 2020 Green Lease Leader Silver Award and also the Florida Public Services Commission quarterly Triple E Award for energy efficiency and efforts. And I think that this shows is that our risks related to environmental risks, although they are high, the county is responding very well to these. Next slide, please. So significant changes to the audit plan, project scope of work, or resource budgets. Again, this is as December 31st. Plan for 2021, I'm going to be requesting that the board remove the ITB 19569 print management services. This is a cone of silence violation, and we were performing the monitoring of that. But we did not identify any material concerns during the original investigation, and therefore we're going to be dropping that off the plan with the board's approval. We're also going to ask the board to remove ITB 19430, which is Apollo Beach Extension, and we're going to be dropping that for the same reasons. significant changes to the project scope of work. The Oracle SaaS Cloud Implementation Initiative, the county internal auditor added a new review for the risk avoidance. So what we've done is we had 18 reviews planned, and now we're going to do 19. We're not increasing our hours for this. We were able to reduce some of the hours from the other 18. And that's been very well received, and it was requested by management. We didn't have any significant changes to our resource budget, but we are still down 1 employee this year. We're trying to recruit at this time. Okay, next slide, please. We do not have any unjustified restrictions or limitations on me or the internal audit function. Next, please. So this is the 2020 annual audit plan, which ended on December 31st. In a few minutes, I'll show you the 2021 plan. But the first 2 of there scheduled, those are the 2 I had mentioned that we're going to ask the board to allow us to remove. We also have the litter removal code of silence violation. We're monitoring that. It's still showing scheduled here, but we have actually completed that project as of yesterday, and we have issued that report. We also have in preliminary or field work, we have 6 projects. The building division vertical process, that's monitoring. The COVID-19 advisory services for 2020, that's coming to an end. We're actually in the reporting stage now. It's still showing some preliminary field work here. The pet resources data analytics for the 3rd quarter. Again, we've done this every quarter since 2018, and we continue to do this. The Oracle ERP Cloud Implementation Support. This is a very large project. It's about 5,500 hours. And we have Protiviti contracted to provide resources to our audit team. So on a normal day, we probably have 7 to 10 auditors, although we only have 2 auditors on our staff. The fleet assets disposal through replacement process monitoring, we're moving through in that one. And then we also have the supplier vendor master list. This is, again, it's related to the Oracle ERP Cloud project, which was listed as number 4. And this one here, we're going to be providing some data analytics for the implementation team, and management has requested us to do that, and we have the technology in order to pull a lot of data from different databases and resources into one place. So we're just going to do the data analytics. We'll provide those, the output to management. Management will be doing the data cleanup, and then later in the project, we'll actually do some testing to ensure that that cleanup was adequate. In the reporting stage, we have the code violation process, and then we also have the code violation process monitoring. Normally, those would be about a year apart with our issuance, but due to the pandemic and some changes on our staff, we decided to slow down the reporting, allow management to respond to the pandemic. And so we will be issuing both of those. We had 9 risks in the code violation. Management has reduced all of those risks and is going to be getting a clean report when we do the monitoring. And again, that'll be issued on February the 3rd. Next slide, please. So these are the communicated results from 2020. I won't go through all of them, but the ones that were issued since our last meeting, let's see here. We have the, really quick, don't know if any of these were in the last quarter. Yes, the Community Enrichment Lab. This one, management had just asked for an audit opinion. We have issued that. That's number 3 under Management Assistance and Advisory. And I'm trying to see if we had any other ones this quarter. I believe that was the only one.
Number 3 under
And number 3 under
administrative
administration.
projects.
Yep, thank you so much. Yes, and we also issued the County Internal Auditor's Quality Assurance and Improvement Program called QAIP. This is a requirement through the Red Book audit standards, and we have issued that. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so we also have follow-up monitoring activities. So when we had completed the last quarter, we had 15 that we were monitoring. We've carried those forward. The audit team has cleared 9. We had 3, we have it as expired, but it really wasn't, we didn't have a category really for this. So what happened was, we had 3 risks that we were monitoring. There was an external audit firm that came in, assisted management, performed an audit. These 3 risks fell under the scope of work of that other company, and therefore, they have reviewed that and have reported it. I'm not sure if the reports actually got issued out yet, so I don't want to comment on that. And then we added 9, so at the end of the quarter, December 31st, we have 12 that are being monitored into this year. Okay, next, please. Okay, and this is our productivity. We've been running this for the last couple of years. And we're looking at 2021. Remember, we've only got the first quarter, which is October through December. And we issued the 1 management letter, and then we have 1 administration project. So our productivity right now per full-time employee, the 2 auditors on my staff, is 1.0. And we do believe that those productivity will go up again in the quarter. We always start out slow every year. This is normal. Next, please. So this is our 2021 annual audit plan. This is the plan that the board, or the committee had reviewed last quarter, recommended the board to approve it. The board approved it without any changes. Okay, next, please. So our next quarter goals and objectives, in addition to the audit plan, we will be recruiting for a senior internal auditor. The recruitment is already on the way, and interviews are being scheduled. Okay, next, please. Okay, so for this next quarter, the audit committee will welcome its new members. The new members will receive orientation from our office, and then the committee will be asked to select a new chair, because unfortunately, we're going to be losing Rick this last quarter. Thank you so much for serving the Rick. I really appreciate all of your work this last couple of years. And we'll also be selecting a vice chair. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. And that completes my presentation for the quarter ending December 31st. Our next meeting will be held on on April 20th, 2021. Okay.
So next, we'll go through the audit committee member applications. So I know we're picking a CPA, right, and a general member? Okay.
Go ahead and do my the presentation.
Yep.
James, can you put up the County Internal Audit Committee applicant review presentation, please? Thank you very much. Okay. Can we go to slide 2, please? Thank you. Okay, so the purpose of this is for the committee to review the applicants and, as appropriate, recommend 1 per position. We have 2 positions that are open. We have a experienced position, which is number 2, and we also have general position number 4 that will be open. Next slide, please. So we received 4 applications. Ms. Ullman, who already sits on the committee, Ms. Belcher, Ms. Nebrich, and Ms. Birdsong. Next, please. Songbird, I'm so sorry, I messed that up, Songbird, excuse me. The general requirements resolution, the audit committee members will be selected based on their qualifications and willingness to serve. Members of the committee will be selected without regard to race, color, religion, national origin, marital status, age, sex, or disability. And membership of the audit committee shall reflect the diversity of the citizens residing in Hillsborough County. Next, please. For the general requirements, the appointed members of the audit committee shall be registered voters residing in Hillsborough County who do not have direct financial interest in county business. This is has been reviewed by Arabelle, And all 4 of the applicants do reside in Hillsborough County, and all of those applicants are registered voter. And none of the applicants had any financial interest in Hillsborough County. Next, please. So the general requirements, the committee shall have no less than 3 members and no more than 5 members to the committee. Like I'd said before, we're looking at positions 2 and 4. So at least one appointee who possesses at least 5 years of experience with auditing functions, that's position 2. And position 4 is if the BOC has already appointed the 3 positions above, positions 1, 2, and 3, the board may appoint 1 or 2 additional members to the general position, which is position number 4. And the general position does not require any audit experience, certifications, or licenses. However, the position, of course, can be a CPA, a person with 5 years' experience, or with a certification. And each member should have an understanding of good management and business practices. Next, please. When selecting the appointed members for the committee, consideration should be given to the ability to encourage openness and transparency, the ability to ask relevant questions, evaluate the answers, and continue to probe for information until completely satisfied with the answer provided, the ability to work with the county internal auditor, and the ability to work cohesively with the audit committee members in fulfilling the committee's purpose, to serve as an advisor capacity to the Board of County Commissioners and to the county internal auditor on issues presented to the audit committee related to monitoring audit activities for the board, and serve as an intermediate between the board and the county internal auditor upon request by the board or the internal auditor. And the way that we have reviewed these, Arabelle performs interviews, I should say reference checks.
Yes.
Reference checks, and there are questions that she does ask the references. Next, please. Okay. So the appointed members of the committee shall be registered voters, we've checked that. Who do not have financial interests, we've checked that. Impartial, unbiased attitude on conflicts of interest, we did check that as well. So next, please. So this is the results of the background screen that was performed. So we had 4 applicants, 2 of which, Ms. Ullman and Ms. Birdsong, meet the minimum qualifications for the experience position 2, and all 4 applicants meet the minimum qualifications for general position 4. And if you look off to the right-hand side under the review, which is those columns that are in yellow, Arabelle has provided some results from her reference check. And she does have the applicants available if anybody would like to see those. Next slide, please. And then this is a continuation of that same document of the results. Okay, so I'll give the committee members some time to discuss those applicants. Next slide, please. Okay, and there's where we're at. All right. So Rick, I give you the floor.
Okay, thank you. So we can start with the experience, I guess, or go down the list. So we have 4 candidates. I think Daphne Ullman has a CPA and meets all the requirements there. Is she the only one that meets the experience level
Supposed to refrain.
from that?
Yes, you'll have to refrain from voting.
Now, Arabelle, you said, does Kelly meet all the applications? Does Kelly Niebridge? Mm-hmm. Does she meet the requirement for the
Yes, the
general?
1 second, yes.
I see.
Ms. Ullman and Ms. Birdsong, they meet the minimum qualifications for positions 2 and positions 4. All applicants meet the minimum qualifications for the general position 4.
My opinion would be that I think Daphne definitely meets the experience one easily with the CPA, and I rank her higher than the other three. I think, given that Ms. Belcher and Ms. Birdsong have the 5 years of experience of audit functions, they would be a serious candidate. Anyone else have thoughts? You are here, so I see your face.
No pressure.
Sabrina or Rolanda, do y'all have any comments on the candidates?
I definitely concur with the Daphne comment. To me, that would be kind of like a number one easy slot to fill. So then it would be the other position that we would need to think about.
Right, so in your mind, what's your comments on Ms. Other three, Ms. Belcher, Niebrich, or Birdsong?
I'm thinking Birdsong.
Okay. Okay. Ron, do you have any thoughts on?
I agree with both what you and Sabrina have said so far. I do agree. Yes, with both candidates.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Daphne, on the,
I think I have to abstain.
does she have to explain for the, if I asking her questions on the experience for the other three candidates?
I believe so, because she's one of the 4
Okay,
candidates.
that's fine. Okay.
I would concur with the other comments. That it would appear, just based on the information presented, that Ms. Birdsong has more years of experience.
Ms. Belcher?
Correct, and that perhaps as a retired person, she would be better able to attend the meetings as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Well, I would like to make a motion to appoint Ms. Allman as to the experience position. Anyone want a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? Oh, that's you.
Okay, I will call the roll on voting for the experience position number 2 to appoint Daphne Ullman. I'm gonna call the roll. Rick Russell,
Aye.
Patty Simmons,
Aye.
Sabrina Shirley Aiken,
Aye.
Rolanda McDuffie.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, approved.
Then I'll also make a motion to
Zero.
appoint Ms. Birdsong to the general position.
I will call the roll. Rick Russell,
Aye.
You need a
Patty
second?
Simmons,
Aye.
Sabrina Shirley Aiken,
Aye.
Rolanda McDuffie.
Aye.
Okay, approved 4-0.
Very good. All right, and then, Rick, if you could stay after the meeting,
Yep.
we will go ahead
The letter.
and prepare a letter that, to the Board of County Commissioners, recommending that Ms. Ullman and Ms. Birdsong be appointed. Okay. Go to the next slide, please. Slide 12. And this is the letter that we normally have, and this will be the letter that we request Rick to approve. What we'll do is go ahead and fill in the blanks after the meeting. All right. Is there any discussion on the letter? Are we okay with that? All right. All right, so anyway, thank you all so much for coming to the meeting. We really appreciate that, and for looking at these applicants. And Rick, I'm going to go ahead and back the mic.
Okay. Then I'll make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh, discuss items for the next meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry, what now?
If there were any items for the
Oh,
next
yes,
meeting,
thank you,
selecting
sorry.
the chair and the vice chair.
Any
Orientation.
comments? for the next meeting?
No.
And then we'll also do we'll do the orientations, the chair, the vice chair for next.
Yes, for next
Okay.
meeting, yes. And then make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay. Adjourn at 11:02. Thank you.
Adjourn. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be ending the meeting.